Can switch to the quadcast because that should be good. Yeah. Okay. So we are back. We took a little bit of a hiatus just because a couple weeks ago I spent some time with my kiddo, and I was so excited for that that I kind of forgot to write my notes. um, so that's why that happened. And then last week I got sucked back into the World of Warcraft hole. So next thing I know, I was trying to set some time apart to get everything all set up, and next thing I know, it's 7:30. Had written a thing, haven't played the game, so we are back. Hopefully that will not happen again for a while. But as you know, the title states, this is Season 4 Reloaded. We got that Battle Pass. I can't remember how far I've gotten, so I'm just going to look quick. The Battle Pass, I am at 42, okay. And 62 for level-wise, Daily Board. So we have this new map. Well, at least it's new to us. Or new for me anyway. It's called Rush. I'm just going to do that. Rush. 24/7. Okay, so this kind of looks like a little bit of a paintball facility. So like there's, that up there. I need to get used to where to point if I'm gonna keep pointing at things. So I'm not gonna point at things anymore. But it kind of looks like a paintball field. And then there's just the surrounding buildings, but it's kind of seemed like a little bit in the desert. I've only played... I played a match or two on it. And it wasn't my favorite, but again, it's only been 2 matches. I mean, I've hated a couple maps before. New things. Hardpoint control, that's not new. That's not new. We still got the Nuke Jack mosh pit, which, when is that going to go away? I don't know. Probably when Nuketown goes away. So, never. That being said, we've got Season 4 Reloaded in, which means we're officially halfway through. For those of you that haven't been a fan, I mean, other than the fact that your level resets and there's a new battle pass, I don't see why you wouldn't be a fan unless you just didn't like the game as a whole. But Season 4 Reloaded means we are about halfway through. I've only played not a lot. I've gotten to my next prestige level, and that's pretty much all I've been doing. Ugh. But as always, Season 4 Reloaded is stuff. We get new stuff. Not new stuff. Well, we do get new stuff. I mean, obviously, they've updated the store. They do that every week. Ew. I like that. I don't want to pay that much for it. But I like that. Yeah, I like a lot of these. Are there any free packs? I'm gonna look for free packs quick. But we've got new stuff. We've got new we got a new map for sure. We got that Rush 24/7, and who knows what else they've gotten, because again, I've only played a little bit. And I think that was today. It was either today or like late last night. Which is probably also why I'm so tired. Because, if I'm not working, I'm also not sleeping. Oh, what was I? Where was I? Where was that? Okay. So we got an official statement from Raven on a new score streak. Now, you know, we all know that in the cranked hardpoint mode that came along with uh, the 80s action movies like week. But we know from that we've got in that cranked hardpoint mode, if you got 30 kills without dying, you got access to the nuke. Sorry, still trying to wake up. I went to the fish store and now I have little buddies, which you can't see on camera because of my background replacement. Might have a video up. I don't know if anybody wants that, but we've got the Raven released an official statement that we've heard from those players who went the extra mile in cranked hardpoint to earn the hidden nuke score streak, and we're bringing it to the rest of multiplayer. They announced this in the Season 4 Reloaded notes. So, going forward, you'll be able to earn the nuke score streak by racking up 30 kills without dying against all multiplayer modes, except in League Play and CDL variants, multi-team, party games, and gunfight. Going nuclear suddenly takes on a whole new meaning, Treyarch adds. The mode was first folded into Cold War's cranked hardpoint mode without fanfare back in May this year, though it has appeared in various forms in other Call of Duty titles. For example, it's popped up in Infinity Ward's Call of Duty Modern Warfare, as well as Modern Warfare 2 and others, sometimes with different requirements to earn it. Okay, so yeah, you know what that means. If the nuke's back, it seems like it's kind of difficult to earn, which is kind of the point, because it just wipes out everybody on the map. So why would you want to be able to use it at the drop of a hat? But it's back. Everybody's going to want to try and get it. I mean, why not? It means you're doing really, really well. But whether the 30 kills without dying is something that stays, or if it just becomes like a regular score streak, whereas it's like 12,000, that's something we're gonna find out yet. We got to talk about. We're gonna hop into a little bit of Warzone. Just for a minute, I'm gonna look something up quick. Margaret token, because I'm gonna read it. I had to go back to my notes. So we've all heard about the new red doors that are in Verdansk 84. They're kind of like how the subway system goes, or will used to go. These red doors pop up, and you just kind of have to, like, hope it goes where you want it to go. But at the same time, it is just a fast travel across the map opportunity. So, we've all known that, you know, people pop behind the red doors and there's loot behind them. The red doors teleport anyone who passes through them to a number of mysterious stations, but now a new addition to these stations could prove deadly. As well as the orange loot chests, there are 2 new chests that spawn inside these locations. The first is a unique... Sorry. The first is a unique-looking red chest covered in Matrix-style numbers, similar to what you see when the red doors teleport you to those stations. Opening one of these gives you your usual batch of loot, but with a number of red cubes spilling out of the box as well. What those red cubes do, that is something I couldn't find out. I was looking it up. I haven't really been playing Warzone, to be honest, because I've been a WoW nerd, even though I'm bad at it, for a while. But I'm kind of curious as to what those red cubes do. Does it like increase your chances of finding another door in that match? Is it points? I mean, I doubt it's points. Otherwise, that'd be really, really easy answer. But I'm not quite sure what those do yet, so I don't know. I might just avoid them entirely. Not really. Probably not. If I find one, I'm going to use it. That means I'm probably playing Warzone anyway. But the second is of a more nefarious edition. It's just a matte black box that spawns in some red door stations, but it's actually a booby trap. Opening this chest will trigger a gas grenade which fills the entire room with toxic fumes. Well, if they were going to surprise us, that's a very bad way to go about it, because, players are going to find out. Actually, I'm a space bar, now I'm lost in my notes. Woo! Okay, so, if they were going to try and trick us, I'd be like, oh, if you open the black ones, you're going to be in for a surprise, bud. What are you doing, Mushu? You just chilling? Taking a nap? How long have I had that light on? I don't know. But it's just the black ones, and now that it's been, found out, everyone's gonna know. And if everybody knows, we're not gonna fall for it anymore. So, if they were going to do that to try and trick the players, honestly, I kind of feel like it should have been more of, a random drop. Like, oh, if you open this red chest, sometimes you're gonna get a nuke, and sometimes you're gonna get death. So it's just kind of, I don't know. Now that we know it, we know not to open any black chests, which kind of makes, if it was supposed to surprise us, it probably surprised us once or twice, and now it's not going to surprise us ever again. So that's just that's just my thoughts on it. With the new Season 4 Reloaded, we're getting a new game mode, and it's going to be called Payload. I know we've been hearing about this for a while. Jesus. I know we've been hearing about this kind of this payload game mode for a while, but nobody actually quite knew what it was. Now we know. Is it actually in the Warzone menu? It's on core. Let's just go to Warzone. See, let's just cross launch. Because cross launching works for me all of the time. Oh, who texted me? Yes, that's my add-on notification. What's new? Launching. 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 Playing now. But you're not loading. No, I don't have ADHD. I'm just on crack. For legal reasons, that is a joke. I want to see if it's up. Now that it's launching. I feel like it's going to go to my other screen. I only have 4 screens to choose from, and I'm just trying to talk because I'm excited because I'm getting back to this. Yup. Okay. We're going to move everything over. And I'm going to do OBS up here. Video. Capture method. That one? Yeah, that one. Joining game session. But there's this new mode called Payload. And for those of you that have played Overwatch, you know what this is. Just like in Overwatch, there's a well, there's a little caravan, and depending on which side you end up getting picked for, you're either trying to destroy it or you're trying to defend it. Except it's 2020 or 20v20, and it's in Verdansk. I couldn't really find out on whether it moves or not. I feel like it should, because it doesn't Overwatch, but Call of Duty does some weird things. Uh-oh. Oh, it's Twitter. So whether it moves or not, I'm not quite sure yet. I mean, I'll probably have to play it to find out if Warzone ever loads and if it's in the screen. These fish are just so cute. I love them. Yeah, so I today got a Dragon Scale beta, a beta. Technically, I've been calling them beta my entire life, but apparently it's beta. And 3 little tiger barbs. And 3 black panda mollies. They're like tiny little fish. I think the beta's the biggest one, and he's just like 1.5 inches long. And for those of you that know that beta are insanely aggressive, yes, they're in different tanks. Beta's got its own little tube thing that I'm thinking about upgrading literally tonight. And then I got like a 40-gallon for the other 6. But they're just such tiny fish, and that is they just look so small in an aquarium that I might get more. We've been joining a game session for like 10 minutes. Cancel? Is it? Really? Cross launch did not succeed. Okay, now where's my cursor? But yeah, so I went out on a whim last night because I used to have. Okay, so these. Can you see them? Okay, so these are like small beta tanks. They're actually like. They're half-gallon tanks, I think. But you can connect them together, and I used to have 4 on my desk. And then my ex. Maybe we can get rid of them. Not the point. But I had to get rid of them, and I sent them to some friends. And I never heard about them again, which makes me sad. But I don't know. I went and I was just watching TV last night. And I was watching a show on Hulu about firefighters. And while I was watching that, I was like, you know what? I miss having fish on my desk. So I went and I cleaned out the tank and I filled it and I let it cycle and I got the water treatment. And do I have enough things? Do I? Is it going to show? Okay, we're going to go to a video broadcast. So that's how I turn it off. Background removal? Yeah. Background removal. Yeah, so as you can see, I got a little tank right there. We've got the little beta there. His name's Mushu. And we got the other guys in here. I want to get this guy a bigger tank, maybe like a 5-gallon or a 10-gallon. Just because it's like a half-gallon, and I know it's technically fine, but I don't know, I just feel like he wants more. And we're back. Okay. Why'd you go to ding ding? Lyrics? Calling cards. Whoa. When did this happen? Okay. Sorry, my bad. I have crack at energy. What the crap? Battle Royale. Yes, I have my Dr. Pepper mini fridge. It's the best. uh, so I'm not seeing this new payload game mode. So whether that's coming or not, I have no idea. God, I kind of miss this menu. Oh yeah, exactly. Do I have any skins for him? I just have the one. Okay. Let's get back to the main menu. Back to my notes. Yeah, so we've got that payload. It's 20v20 Overwatch, but Call of Duty, so it's weird. I'm actually a little upset because I wanted to actually play it. Where did my battery charger go? I know I didn't throw it away. Because I need me some fresh batteries. There it is. I unplugged this yesterday. So I could find a new place for it, and I just haven't yet. But we got some Warzone news here. And that being as... Oh, boys. I know we talk a lot about hacking here. I know. If you guys are getting sick of it, you know, I'm sick of it too. It's kind of why I don't go. I'm going back to Cold War because that one ran so much smoother. But I know that, you know, we're tired of talking about cheaters around here. If you are, so am I. But we got one of the most infamous hacks in Call of Duty back. No, it's not the gas max. No, it's not the infinite stim. Not like this. God mode just made it insanely hard. You had to empty several magazines to get a kill. But, you know, invincibility's been around in Call of Duty for years. It's always been a hack. It probably always will be unless they get an anti-cheat, which they probably won't. But with this version, God mode, a player can shoot as many bullets as they want at the hacker, but they won't get a hit marker or any sort of damage. There was a clip on Reddit that I forgot to save where you can see a player shooting numerous magazines into the hacker with the God mode clip, and none of them do any damage or even register as hits. At one point, you see the player attempting to assassinate the cheater, but the cheater just gets back up and continues to kill everyone. A Redditor that goes by the name of DN Street MW said, "This is GG to Warzone. This cheat was just at a certain point, soon to come, and now it's here." God mode, yeah, GG, Warzone game is done for. Another Redditor by the name of Suitable Dingo 3666 wants to see the ultimate game of Warzone, which is two of these God mode users in the same lobby. I think that would actually be hilarious, because who would win? Would the game ever end? You just stand in the gas. You don't take damage. And yet it's yet another case of a bug that's been previously squashed by making an unwelcome return. Warzone's respawn mechanic has been completely ruined as players are once again dropping into the deadly toxic gas outside of the safe zone after winning their gulag fights. Now this is actually a different hack, and I still hate it. Not a hack. It's not a hack. It's a glitch. It's Raven messing things up. They're messing it up, and you know, you're not even safe. What's the point of a gulag if you don't drop back into place to get a second chance. That's something that I believe is a little bit easier to fix. You know, let's be honest. They need to fix things. This game pretty much needs a total overhaul. What are you doing, Mushi? Will you sleep in? My bad, dog. You're just chilling up at the top of your little bowl. It's not even a bowl, it's a tube. But we've got, you know, God mode back. This glitch where you drop outside of the safe zone after a gulag back. It's kind of getting ridiculous. Like that one guy said, I mean, GG for Warzone. I mean, I'm starting to agree. Not only are hackers being a big problem, there's not really a whole lot getting done about it. I'm gonna clean out that vent quick. Anyway, sorry. Not only are hackers becoming a big problem, there's no anti-cheat, so no matter what, cheaters and hackers are going to keep coming back. And it doesn't seem like they're doing anything about it. I mean, they're banning accounts, but it's Warzone. You can make a new account in like 2 minutes. So how are you supposed to stop cheaters? If you don't stop cheaters, you can stop them for a couple minutes, but that's it. Without an anti-cheat, I mean, I can't even load into Apex Legends as long as the background app for the lights on my keyboard are on. But Call of Duty, I want to say something, but I feel like I'll get banned if I say it. So I'm just gonna not. I just feel like I could have a bunch of stuff related to Call of Duty and cheating on my computer running with Warzone running, and it wouldn't be an issue until much, much later. Which is kind of the problem. They're a bigger company, so they should be able to take more action against these people. But they're not. And the more players that encounter cheaters to the point where it's not worth a fun game, it's not worth playing the game to them anymore, the more people are going to quit. And eventually it's going to be cheaters and cheaters only, and it's going to be a dead game, but they won't fix it. I mean, an anti-cheat's pretty simple, but what the crap? Oh. But it's I feel like it's not hard to do an OnlyFans. Not OnlyFans. Anti-cheat. Someone texted me and said that they just told their mom they had an OnlyFans, and that's why I said it. I was reading something. But adding an anti-cheat doesn't seem like that big of a deal. But it feels like they're not doing anything about it. Is it gonna break the bank to add an anti-cheat to a game that needs an anti-cheat? You know? I don't know. So I got one more thing that I'm going to go through, and then we're going to end this one. We're going to end this, and I'm going to pull up Discord quick, hopefully on the right monitor. sorry, we got one more thing to talk about, and then I'm out. And it is something new. Way coordinating Walmart trips. Woo! The next chapter in the Dark Aether story is certain to challenge even the bravest Requiem agents. We're gonna talk through 10 tips for Black Ops Cold War Zombies to gear up for Mauer to Toten. I believe that's actually out now. I'm gonna double check just because I really want to try that. Yes! Mauer to Toten, a city divided between east and west. A fragile alliance with a familiar adversary and old enemy rising from the shadows. Who will prevail when worlds collide? Anyway. Surrender now and you will be allowed to live. From Lev Kravchenko, leader of the Omega Group. Okay, so after the events of Operation Excision and Outbreak, it's all come crashing down. Despite the efforts of the Grigori Weaver, Samantha Maxis, and the Requiem Strike team, Omega has gained the upper hand. Now at the mercy of the sinister Omega leader, Colonel Lev Kravchenko. I've read it twice. Why do I not? Our Requiem agents must survive the zombie-filled streets of Berlin, where new horrors await at every turn. That's going to be a Berlin. Okay. That includes you, new recruit. Welcome to Requiem, a CIA-backed secret agency who must stop Omega Group from harvesting Ethereum, one of the strongest and deadliest elements known across dimensions. We don't know where there are other dimensions. Oh wait, this is a video game. There's probably no other dimensions in this video game because it's supposed to be like 1976. 1984. I don't know, it just seems like it's supposed to be like before 2021. I mean, look at this guy. That is a late 80s, early 90s headset there. I mean, 2020 headset. There's not 60,000. Yeah, I kind of get it, actually. Never mind. Whether you're new to the fight or in need of a tactical refresher, we got a simple field guide in preparation for the July 15th. Okay. So, where is it? Okay, so your first step is to turn on the power. In the classic round-based maps, your first critical objective is to get the power on. Among other benefits, turning on the power gives you access to perk machines and the arsenal, both critical to strengthening your operator as they face increasingly difficult waves of enemies. The exact steps for turning on the power differ on each map. But you're often given helpful directions via the story along with plentiful environmental cues. If you've ever played Die Machine, those like galaxy colored arrows on the wall, that tells you where to get to the power. Yeah. But once you can consistently power up a map, you're well on your way to mastering it. When in doubt, follow the objective. So your second is to scout the area. Zombies is a wide-ranging experience, and each map is brimming with content. The more matches you play, you'll find all of the items, the various items and upgrades that are there. You'll gain confidence in moving around all the nooks and crannies. Keep your eyes and ears open, and most of all, don't get cornered. Your mini-map is vital when exploring. It points out all kinds of useful things like perk machines, crafting tables, the pack-a-punch machine, the mystery box, the trial computer, and more. Next to the minimap, you'll see the name of the area you're currently in, such as the helipad or motor pool in Firebase Z. These are great when making callouts to your teammates. I typically run with my teammates right next to me. We're all doing this together because zombie apocalypse, I guess. But if you're splitting up, it's great for that little name to be there so that you can be like, yo, I'm over at the motor pool. Cool, I'm over at the helipad. It lets you know where to be, where to call out where you are in case anyone needs to come find you. Your third tip is to focus on your skill growth. Between weapon classes, field upgrades, perks, and ammo mods, there are many paths for growth. These all require Ethereum crystals earned by reaching different milestones in your matches. When you're first starting, you want to focus your spending on perks in specializing in survivability, such as the Juggernog and Quick Revive. Where is it? You can also experiment with a weapon class matching your favorite starting weapon. Different field upgrades. Where is it? Oh. Different field upgrades to level up, or your preferred ammo mods. Once you've got a strong foundation, start distributing your upgrades more evenly to reap the benefits of a versatile skill set. The fourth tip is to utilize the crafting table and arsenals. You got to spend your earned salvage at the crafting table in the starting area of each map to build tactical, lethal, and support items like the Stin Shot, Sentry Turret, and Self-Revive. At the arsenal, activated when the power turns on, you get improved damage resistance by purchasing armor upgrades and getting improved damage output by purchasing weapon upgrades. Keep an eye out for the dummy. What dummy? I've not paying attention for the dummy. Enemies often drop common and high-end salvage on death, so keep up the slaying and stock up on resources. Number 5, you got that weapon tier matters. Each weapon in zombies is defined by one of 5 tiers. Your common is your red, your uncommon is your green, your rare is blue, and your purple is epic, while then legendary is orange. Each subsequent tier grants more additional damage and attachments than the last. It's to your advantage to get higher tier weapons whenever possible, whether through wall buys, the mystery box, the arsenal, or any other means. And with the launch of Season 4 Reloaded, wall buys will now have a chance to upgrade their rarity every 5 rounds. Wall buy weapons can be upgraded all the way to legendary rarity, so it's worth looking around to see what's been upgraded as the round gets higher. Why are you being weird? Number 6, you gotta punch it up with Pack-a-Punch. Okay. After turning on the power, the Pack-a-Punch becomes a key to your next major power boost. Where is it? Dramatically increase your weapon's effectiveness through 3 levels of upgrades costing 5, 15, and 30,000 essence, respectively. It might seem steep, but the damage increase, along with the other benefits, makes it worth the investment. You can also apply ammo mods at the Pack-a-Punch, giving your shots some extra kill potential at a lower cost. Depending on how much essence you've got, it makes sense to apply an ammo mod first before packing your weapon. Look for environmental cues to discover your path to the Pack-a-Punch in every level, offer your weapon, then mow down your enemies. 7, we've got the growing power of the mystery box. One of the greatest and most iconic features in zombies, the mystery box allows you to gamble essence for the chance to earn high-tier, powerful weapons. It's worth visiting the mystery box through subsequent rounds, as your chances of getting a stronger weapon improve as the match progresses. We always run the mystery box at least once or twice. Even when I'm by myself, if there's a little bit of time between matches, I'll hit that mystery box. Most of the time I don't get anything I like, but sometimes I do. And that sometimes I do makes it worth it for me to do all of the time. Your tip number 8 is to communicate and listen. Communication is crucial when fighting the undead alongside other players. while it can be tempting to go off on your own, it pays to coordinate and cover each other's backs. This is why we always run together in my groups. I either run solo and there's nobody else on my team, or I've got a couple people that are with me and we're running together. Why? Because you can't get caught. You can't get caught from behind if someone's behind you. What was it? So you gotta make sure to use the locational ping system in game to talk to your teammates, activated by pressing D-pad left on controllers and the Z on keyboards by default. Whether you're marking a door you need to open, pointing out the pack-a-punch to a first-timer, or pinging the newest mystery box location, your squad will appreciate the coordination. Your 9th tips is how to exfil. Don't want to die? There's another way to complete a zombies experience at your own pace and level up by earning additional aether crystals. This is called exfil. After a certain number of rounds, I believe it's 10, or after every main objective in Outbreak, you will be given the opportunity to exfiltrate. Upon choosing the exfil option, you only have a short amount of time to get to the evac zone, eliminate remaining enemies so your escape vehicle can land and you can hop aboard to safety. Now the last tip and the last thing that we're going to say tonight are trials, jump pads, wonder weapons, and more. There's no way to cover everything about zombies in a single article. And that's one of the beauties of the game mode. It's really, really confusing. Don't worry about understanding everything at once, and don't be afraid to experiment with everything you find. There's always more to discover, often leading to new and unexpected treasures. And horrors. In Mauer de Toten, our Requiem agents will face the greatest challenge to their survival yet. Take what you've learned here, get in some practice, power up your skill tiers, and prepare for the fight of your life. Now, reading that, I'd read absolutely nothing on the map, and I am excited. I'm gonna try this probably tomorrow because I'm really feeling wow. But all of those tips, just like, oh yeah, I could take those. I do a lot of them anyway, just because. Ooh, not bad. Just because it just makes sense. But this game mode, oh, I'm excited. That being said, we have run out of things to talk about. As always, we will be back at 8 p.m. on Saturdays. Hopefully no more missing. Sheesh. Anyway, every Saturday night, 8 p.m., we're going to be sitting here. We're going to be getting the Call of Duty news. Feel free to follow us on, follow me on all of these links up there. And if you hit me up on Discord, I can invite you to the server, invite your friends, tell your friends about us, support us on Patreon, which, I keep saying us, but it's just me, my bad, dudes. But we will catch y'all later. I'm gonna go to Walmart.